Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Stranded Survivors. My name is Matt, and I'm one of your co-hosts.
My name is Jericho. I'm a co-host of the Stranded Survivors podcast. We're a podcast mostly about Ark, and I mean mostly, but not all the time. Matt, how are you doing?
Hey, doing pretty good. Classes started today, so I'm ready for bed, needless to say. Had the kids get up mighty early because they went back to school today also, so, my bed's calling my name, but aside from that, pretty good, man. How about you?
Doing okay, man. I was texting it in the Discord. I'm just done, man. I have no will or want right now to work. And I'm not saying that, I just don't want to work where I'm working, I feel like. But, sometimes you get in those little moods. So I'm going to try to last it out here.
Hey, I feel your pain on a spiritual level because that can happen every time. Every now and then you need a little change of pace, and there's no shame in that. So, no shame in the game if that's where you're at, my man. Just rest on it and figure out what's best for you and your family, and maybe a change of pace is good.
Yeah. So, I'm going to sit it out and we'll see how it goes, right? You never know.
You never know.
Yeah. But other than that, man, been grinding some COD, man. These last 2 nights, man, been going crazy on the COD. We like haven't barely lost. Like I think today we were 9-1, like on COD ranked, man. It was fun.
Okay, that's pretty solid. We're gonna have to try to keep up with you because I struggled to keep up with you in the first place, and it sounds like you're pulling away from me. So chill out and go touch grass, dude.
Yeah, it is. If we look at it though, here is an Arc, right? You've been playing a lot more Arc than I have, so like, you know what I mean. It's kind of evens out.
Okay, that's fair. You got a good point there.
The only beneficial thing is technically since I'm in the tribe, I still have everything.
Yeah, that's fair. Technically, you're killing it in Arc too, man. Look at you
Yeah, look
go.
at me. Look at me
Proud
go,
of you,
man.
bro.
Can you even believe it? Did you know that I logged on the other day?
Uh, yeah, I did. I think Steven saw you log on the other day. He told me about it, and I was baffled.
Yeah, can I be honest with you what I did?
You jumped on, you flew across the map, and then you got off. Am I right?
You're correct. You're correct. Okay.
Okay. I was hoping I was wrong. Well, are you just like, are you still not feeling it, or like, what's going on, man?
I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. I've just been kind of chilling a little bit, and yeah, just not really feeling it. I guess I was like, you know, I was like, okay, this could be fun to go do, and then I'm like, never mind. Like I mean, you know me, I'm a real vanilla player. And even though the mods don't actually like do like anything, I just
Yeah.
want to play vanilla.
You
I
know
don't know.
what? That's understandable. I get where you're coming from. That's Boogles and I were messaging back and forth recently, and we were sort of talking about trying to figure out where that soft cap is for the server because we're having a lot of fun, we're getting a lot of cool things going on in there, but I kind of feel like we're getting pretty darn close to the upper limit of mods on the server for that exact reason. Where if you add too many, you get rid of the integrity of the game, and then you're not playing Ark anymore, you're playing some other cool hodgepodge stuff, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, but
Yeah.
some people aren't really into that, and that's okay.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, but I don't think that's necessarily the only reason. I also think it's just because I don't want to play Ark, But yeah, man, I just sit there and flew around. I was looking for some bases, seen a bunch of bases. I actually had like a list of like, oh, this is a cool base, right? And I promise you, I forgot everyone's tribe name.
uh, we are gonna have to do like a parade of homes or something like that where we go through and make an entire episode out of trying to see who's got some cool bases going on.
That's kind of what I was thinking, man. I was gonna go through, and like kind of do like a little base tour, right? And like make it like part of our video, like for like a base tour, like a long form content.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here for it.
So that's something I was thinking of doing. But yeah, man, I just flew around and I was like really tempted, man. I seen a 110 Cyan Giga, and I was like,
Okay.
I almost called it out to the chat, but I didn't feel like that was appropriate, especially since I was just flying around the map.
Ha. Yeah, that's a unfortunate use of your powers, so I'm glad you didn't.
hmm It's like, yeah, that's probably not fair to anyone. So
Hey, you know what? If you announce it, then I guess it's fair because everybody has an equal chance to be a part of it. So
Yeah,
I guess, you know.
yeah, I guess. But kind of, I wanted to talk about the first thing I kind of want to do is go over comments here from last week.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one is Lachlan. Thanks for fixing the episode. I forgot about that. So first off, everyone that
Uh,
messaged originally, apparently, I decided to have all the audio messed up. So if you did listen to that, um, well, hopefully you also listened to the second one because that one actually made sense. So, that's good. But Lachlan said, "Thanks for fixing the episode. Hail Hydra, what's your friend code on Switch? What happened to the sweet kibble?" No, nothing happened. It did happen. We all just got rid of it. I might get PS Plus, so I'll be able to friend you on
it's right
there.
here.
My name is Master Cool Guy. I got back into ASC on my PlayStation. I play for about 10 hours. I got a Fabi and Full Metal Tools.
Hey, that is a pretty solid growth.
Yeah, that is a lot better than absolutely nothing. Okay, but Lachlan's, I mean, yeah, all these people comment all the time, anyways. But continuing to like, all these people are doing great. Equifox.
Yeah, a
Oh,
bunch of champions.
I seen their base the other day. I don't remember where. I think it was in the redwoods, like on a little by the pond.
Yeah, they got a really sweet looking little lighthouse thing going on over there.
Oh, I knew this was coming, by the way, at the end. But either way, I'm going to start with deleted my last comment because I didn't reach the comment reading yet. Yeah, we got jumped by terror birds. It was hilarious. Thank you for the compliments and the wyvern. And I love visitors. So stop by. I've been practicing guitar lately after getting Rocksmith Plus, so I haven't been playing as much. Just hopping in every now and then. Add me on Xbox if you like. Equifox5678. I'll see y'all on the Arc. P.S. I use she/her just for the clarification. I love y'all. This is my favorite podcast.
Oh, goodness gracious. See, that's the hard part about not being, it's tough to assume, but I appreciate that clarification. So, Equifox, she is a champion. She's got a solid base in the Redwoods. Shout out to you. I would love to hear some of this guitar that you're learning. So, feel free to post a video or something. That'd be cool.
Matt, remember, she's shy.
Well, I understand that, and I'm trying to I'm trying not to be that guy, but like at the same time, it's okay. I'm shy too. We can all be shy together and be awkward together. That's the cool part about this community is we're all weird together, and I love it.
Yeah. But yeah, Equifox, thanks. I mean, I actually want to hear it too. So if you end up, whatever, let us know. I'm glad we're your favorite podcast, though. That's always fun.
Yeah, thank you. That's really flattering to hear. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and then Arion goes, proud of you, Jericho. Awesome episode. For proud of you for the reason that I redid the episode, right? After he said something on me about the Discord.
What a
Um,
champion.
it really sounds like you guys had a lot of fun at the event. Makes me regret having to abort the last second, but health issues take priority. We'll join the next event for sure. I promise. Sorry to hear how you got treated by the kids, though. Well, thanks, man, for at least, acknowledging that, I get treated like crap by those kids.
Like doo.
Yes. But yes, we did have a lot of fun and would love to have you for the next event whenever Matt figures out what that is.
I know what it's gonna be now.
Ooh.
I'm keeping my cards close to my chest. If those of you that are flying around the server, eventually you'll probably see some stuff because Boogle's made a comment. He noticed some things that were out. If you pay attention, maybe you can piece two and two together on what's going on. But the next event is
Ooh.
planned. We're gonna do monthly ones. So with it being monthly, the next one should be middle of February or so. So not on Valentine's Day, because my wife will kung fu kick me, but somewhere middle of Valentine's Day or middle of February. Just kidding.
Yeah. So that's what he said. And then Tornado or Jude, who can't answer any questions correctly when we played the game last time.
Ugh.
Goes, hey, hope you're having a good day. Planning on starting Extinction soon, which I did talk. Jude did start Extinction, by the way. So
Okay.
yeah.
About time, right? I got started too. I can't sit here and talk. I still haven't gone on.
And Side note here to the comments. Knife said he also noticed things as well on the server.
Hey, yo.
And Jude said in the chat that I am the best podcast host ever.
That
Wow, thanks, Jude.
Jude is the best or Jericho's the best?
No, Jericho.
Oh, see, Jude, come on.
Yeah,
You,
no,
you
I'm just
can't
kidding.
you can't
He
say
told me to
lies
shut
like
up.
that.
Okay, sorry. Hail Hydra here. Thank you for fixing the episode. Of course, what can I say? A lot of hard work put into that to fix that episode. A lot. I mean, a lot. It took me a long time. No, I'm just
What
kidding.
a
But
champion.
thank you for fixing the episode. Lachlan, I don't really do friend code, sorry, but I will find us a clean server that nobody really goes to next week. I say next week because currently I'm sick and it hurts to look at a screen. I can barely type this message without feeling weird. But anyways, once we do see each other in Arc, want to teach me a bit about No Man's Sky? I have it, but I've never really got into it. Also, I'm a big fan of Star Wars Hunters myself. I just haven't played a lot because of Fortnite.
Because Fortnite, that's a good reason.
I mean, Fortnite is a good reason. So, Hail Hydra, if you and Lachlan get together and he lets you know some about some No Man's Sky, I also would like to just see how you're liking that, even though I don't really play it at all.
Dude, that game is so fun. I really think that everybody should try it, especially if you're a space nerd. If you're one of the people that's not really that into space, then, maybe it's not for you. That's totally fair. But if you at all like space exploration or anything like that, then you gotta check out No Man's Sky.
Will says, great episode as always. Hail Hydra, I 100% suggest doing your own podcast. There are not nearly enough current ARC podcasts about ARC, and you would have a unique perspective from a Switch player, as most creators seem to be PC, Xbox, or PlayStation, and now mobile. Congratulations to the event winners.
Yeah, the Switch perspective would be very interesting. I don't think I've ever heard a podcast from the point of view of a Switch player. So maybe that is an untapped market.
Yeah, I mean, it really could be, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. Good thing. But and then Loic, I think it's Loic, said love the
Loik.
podcast.
Hey, and we love you. Loik.
Loic. Oik. Yeah. But let me see here. So that was a lot of the comments, right? Next we will go to the good old what's it called? I'm forgetting out of my head. The poll. Right? The poll. Why not the
Yeah,
poll?
why not?
Okay, so you wanted to ask people what event do they want to have next, and so like some just things I put up there was gladiator, jousting, hide and seek, and other, and I made sure to when I put other, I said comment, like make sure you guys comment. Um, and so 0% did other, 0% did jousting, 40% did hide and seek, and 60% did gladiator. Just so you know.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe I don't know what we're doing. Blah blah blah.
And then quickly here, Knife said, Dork Night. Is it really a good reason though? Talking about when Hail Hydra said Fortnite, just so you know.
Dark Knight. Okay. Well, let's simmer down there, kids.
Yeah, chill out. uh, and then Jude said, suspect equals best podcast host. He actually
I'm
said it
sure
this
he
time.
did.
I swear. I
Uh
swear.
huh. A
Hey, I'm
likely
taking a
story.
screenshot. I'm posting to the Discord. Oh yeah, by the way, make sure to go join the Discord. Otherwise, you're not gonna see it, and you're just gonna believe Matt, which I don't know if I would do.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't either. I can't even vouch for myself. So,
That's funny. Okay, so kind of wanted to talk about some news, Matt. Some big news lately. We have not talked about ARC news in a while, and I'm not going necessarily all the way back. But I do want to talk about the new updated roadmap for Survival Ascended in 2025.
Yeah, yeah, let's definitely start there.
Have you heard anything about this yet?
Nope.
Okay.
Have I ever?
Okay. That is true, Matt. That is true. Even though you're playing it. So,
I'm just all about figuring it out as I go, you know? I like to just wake up one day and say, "Oh my god, this happened. This is a thing."
okay. So I'm going to go before I go on this roadmap. Okay. I just had to address the comments here in the chat. One Will said it's fork and knife. Tornado said number one podcast host Jericho, number two Joe Rogan, and number three Exodia. It was Matt, by the way, and then he just changed it to Exodia. And then Exodia said three
What?
Exodia. Yeah, I don't know. You didn't make the top three in
You
his
know
podcast
what?
host.
That's fine because I don't have sweet kibbles. I have more hair than
Oh.
Joe Rogan, and I don't have a cool accent, so I wouldn't be in my top three either.
nah, Matt took one and no. Exodia said, nah, Matt took one and suspect is out. Come on, Exodia. That's
Let's
not cool, bro.
go!
Not cool.
Exodia is gonna be host number 2 next week. We've said it before. We'll say it again.
uh, never mind. Give me an Anki and Matt, you're promoted.
Jericho has to fight a magpie. If he wins, he gets to be on next week.
Okay, so what I kind of wanted to start off with was the new roadmap. So there's been delays in maps, Matt, which is very sad.
No, as long as it's not the one map that matters, it's really all I care about.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm sad and mad.
You know what? You can't say stuff like that, Jericho. When are they delaying Ragnarok to?
So originally, Ragnarok was scheduled for what, March, right? It
Yeah,
was
March, the
March.
end of March, beginning of April,
Yep.
which we all knew
So
meant May.
it is now going to be December.
What? What?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I'm gonna
April.
say,
It's going to
God,
be
I'm gonna.
April.
Okay, so I honestly was expecting May still, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah,
And
they just delayed it a month.
I've said it once and I've said it again. I would honestly much rather them delay it a month and give me a fully fledged out game that's going to allow me to transfer all my stuff to it and, play it and enjoy it, not be broken and lose all my progress. So I'm okay with giving them the 4 to 6 extra weeks. I don't know about you and everybody else.
Yeah, I'm good with it, man. What's it called? I am good with it. I just want to play Ragnarok. That's really all I want to do, man.
Yeah, it's by far one of the best maps in the game. I understand that there's, all sorts of other good maps, but Ragnarok is just such a well-rounded map and it's so pretty and I already have so many plans for that base and that map and all the
Yeah.
things, man. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, that map's amazing. Yeah, so many good base. Look at just so many cool things, man. Um
The birth of
and
Floki the shipbuilder again.
ooh, okay. And but March 2025 is ASA the Unreal Engine 5.5 update, which one of the bigger updates there is the 5.5. I don't know what we're on now. I'm gonna say we're on like 5.3, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember.
I thought it was just flat 5. I didn't realize we were even on point 3.
We might just be straight up on. I think you're actually right. Unreal Engine. Yeah, I think you're right. So, but we're gonna update to 5.5. And we'll see how that goes. Will said he is scared of what they might have done to Rag.
Oh, yeah. So I hope that they maintained the integrity of it, but there's a lot of changes that they made, from maps being transplanted in that I'm suspicious and I'm leery as well, but I would like to think that as long as they don't get rid of there's like a few main areas, leave the trench alone. Um leave gosh, I forget what it's called, but there's like the little bay area that has the two bridges that extend across the water there where there's the sunken pirate ship. Leave that area alone. Leave the caves alone. That's definitely a big one. I'm gonna be upset if they change the caves. Did you do much caving on Ragnarok?
No, I didn't really do much caving at all, man. I just enjoyed that map so much. Like, dude, the desert zone, you can get mantises, you can get death worms in there, gigas spawn out there, all the red drops spawn out there. Golems, salt, different things like that, right? Like a bunch of resources like that. And you got other zones that's like rich and like, dude, there's like a zone for everything, and it's so awesome.
Yeah, yeah, there's definitely a little something something for everybody, and I actually like the desert in that map. You know, in most maps it's not very easy to try to get around in the desert, but I think Ragnarok does a decent job of there's like oases and stuff like that spread out in the desert. There's going to be little
Hmm.
patches of water, spots you can place down the water wells and the pumps and things like that. There is, cactus sap that you can live off of. They changed cactus sap for ASA. It now eating one cactus sap replenishes one water and one food, so it's as good as crops, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's so nice. Yeah, man, I don't know. That's why I'm looking forward to it, though, man. It's just so versatile in many different ways and just so fun.
Absolutely. It's definitely going to be a good time. And I think that I've been saying it, but I really stand by the fact that I think once we get Ragnarok, that's where you're going to start to see a big influx of players coming back. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that I've talked to recently, actually, who have gotten back into playing Ark. It's the darndest thing, man. People have been telling me, friends that I play other games with, that they've been getting back into Ark, but they're playing Survival Evolved just because it has more maps, it has more mod options. They just haven't invested in Survival Ascended yet.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that this is going to be the push that drives them to make that commitment. You know what I mean? There's a lot of great changes they've made to the game. I personally think this is the superior game. We just need more maps and they're working on it. So gotta trust the process.
Yeah, for sure. Um, quickly to just catch up here on the comments again. Um, Ninja or Knife said he wants Fyodor and he wants his Fyodor Hawks. Um, which I've never tamed one. I don't know if you have.
Dude, they're so sweet. Have you ever
Are
like
they?
seen videos on them or anything?
I have seen a couple videos on them, or like randomly here and there.
Yeah, they basically the coolest part about them, if I'm thinking of the correct tame, is if you die, you can basically send the creature out. It will grab your bag and then return it back
What?
to you at your spawn point.
No.
Yeah, Ninja, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty confident those are the ones that you can use to, like you go in the Wyvern Trench and you can literally just basically pick up the egg, get murked, and then have it pick your bag up for you and bring it right back.
Wow. Yeah, you're right, Matt.
Yeah, they're super, super cool.
That's crazy, huh? I've never tamed one. I'll have to probably tame one. I never really played that map though, so.
Yeah, I didn't play too much on the map. I just had tribe mates who transplanted everything over for me. So I got to experience all the cool stuff, bring it right over to Ragnarok.
Oh, well, that's cool, man. Um, and then Will said, "I hope they use ab items for the underworld of Rag."
Yeah. That's a missed opportunity right there that they aren't doing more with that. I feel like that thematically makes sense to me, you know?
Yeah, I I'm trying to remember where he's even talking about, bro. Like, I love Rag, but what's he talking about? I'm so confused.
There's a couple spots, gosh, there's one cave that's like an underground area that you can go down and build in
Oh,
that's
yep,
pretty open.
yep.
Um, and then maybe I'm thinking of Genesis for this one, but I want to say that there was an underwater portion that you could go in and there was like an air bubble that you could build in, but I might be thinking of the wrong map.
Under the castle. Oh, yeah, I do know what you're talking about then. Yeah, the cave there under the castle.
Mm.
Yep, I know. It's like pitch black in there. Yep, I
Yeah,
know
but a little
exactly.
bit of some tech lights, you'd be all right.
um, so whatever, they're all okay. Sorry. Next up here. Actually, I'm gonna save that for last, okay? Um, August 2025 is Free Valguero Ascended with a community voted freaky Reacher. Wow, I can't speak today. In a fantastic team.
He's having a stroke.
Yeah. Yeah. So
With
Valguero.
what was the new creature that you just said?
It doesn't say, it just says community voted creature.
Community voted creature. So what in the comments, those of you in the recording booth, sound off for me. What do you think that creature is going to be? I want to sit here in theory craft for just a second. And then Jericho, I want to hear your opinion too once everybody I guess I want to hear your opinion while everybody types theirs. What do you think it's gonna be?
Um, I mean, what? Valguero. There's that map. There's an Ab Underground Zone. Um, man, that's hard because that map is so versatile too. Um, what do we need more of though? Like, uh, have we gotten a flyer? Have we gotten a new flyer
The
in a while?
last new flyer that I can think of, I'm pausing here, but the last one that I can think of off the top of my head, I want to say was the Tropea Ignathus,
I think you're right. It's been a minute since we got a flyer, bro.
and then the Desmodius they had done right before that,
Oh,
the like big
yeah,
old
you're right. And the
bazooka gear
Ranio,
bat,
and yeah,
and the Rhynia Ignathus. So that's like
so we,
three big flying updates in a row.
yeah,
We got the Shastasaurus, which is a massive water creature update.
wow.
Um, we got the Dreadnoughtus, which is your big land. We got some new Titans and stuff like that. So, in my opinion, it is leading me to believe that we're going to go ahead and see a shoulder pet or
Ooh,
some other utility dino. I know that we talked in the Discord, people were talking about how with like Appalachia and stuff like that, it would
yep,
make sense to add like the bison and things like that. So I could see that being an option. In
yeah.
selfishly, the killer whale was an option that we almost voted in as community at one point, and I would really like to see killer whales.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know if there's enough water on Belgaro. I mean, there is quite a bit of water though.
I'm not
Um,
familiar enough with the map to even know what thematically would make sense, you know?
yeah, that's just hard, man. I don't know. Yeah, that's true. So Wilson, maybe Nettie's resource go. I don't even know what that is.
Nettie's resource, what?
Goat.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the resource goat, but I know he just released a mod for a creature that's basically an equipable trilobite that you can use as a shield. That would be an interesting change.
Ooh, that would be kind of cool. And then Tornado did say we already got Cosmos though for Ab, and then
Oh,
Ninja
touche.
said, but didn't they release a shoulder pet with Ab, the Cosmo?
Yeah, touche. See, that doesn't count because it's like a creepy spider thing, so it's not cute, therefore it doesn't count in my opinion.
So, but they also have the Pyroman that was a shoulder. All the like fantastic games are
Oh,
shoulder pets.
yeah, touche. I'll give you that. Okay. Hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know. Like it's hard because Valguero also has Deinonychuses, right? Like the ones that you grab the eggs from the thing.
Yeah,
So
yep, that's true.
uh, maybe do we need a new snow creature or is the snow already too packed, man? Maybe like a polar bear or is that kind of stupid?
We have polar bears. They're in the snow cave.
Hmm, I mean,
There are
yeah.
polar bears in the yeah, yeah. So I mean, like I don't know. And let's be real. What is a polar bear but a all albino color region dire
Yeah.
bear?
Yep, that is correct. I don't know. Do we need something in like the snow area or like what do we need, man?
Um, man, I'm trying to think real hard. I feel like we're missing the next pack yak. The Quetzal has all but died. I can't really speak for official servers, but the way most people play the game nowadays and the way we're playing the game on our server, Quetzals are not necessary. I don't see a reason that anybody on our server would ever need a Quetzal. You can just boost the weight on a Wyvern and call it good, and it's just as good. So I would really like to see some form of major pack yak carrier. Give me something that is really big, really slow, not really big, not like, that world turtle level, not like an Oasis big, but I'm picturing like give me something like twice the size of a mammoth and give it like 80% weight reduction for all resources that you can harvest.
Huh. Okay. I don't think that'd be a terrible idea.
Give me a little something something. What do you think? Like what's your final answer?
Man, I don't know, man. I'm
I'm
gonna
going
go
with
with
killer whale. That's me.
yeah, I'm gonna go with just some how about this would make people really mad. But I'm gonna go with just some like little annoying creature, bro. I don't know.
He goes with the squirrel.
Yeah, I want to add a squirrel to the dinosaur game.
A zephyr butterfly.
um, Will said this was for the Netty thing, the goat. He came out with a creature submission, and the goat could climb cliffs, detect resources, and lead you to them. But each one only had certain resources it could detect, like a gotcha.
Oh, that's pretty cool actually.
Yeah, I do kind of like that, to be honest. That is kind of cool.
Big brain move, man. Netty's a clever cookie. Much respect for that creator.
Yeah, Nitty's awesome, man. And quickly, we're gonna go to Exodia, and then I want to ask you something. Exodia said, "Aren't polar bears stronger though?"
Yeah, polar bears are much stronger. It's like the Yeti compared to the Megapithecus
Yeah.
or whatever.
But the thing I want to ask you, Matt, is like, potentially you were still doing a project with Nettie. Do you know if that's still happening?
Yes, I recorded my lines. I submitted them. My portion of it is good to go. I'm just waiting
Ooh.
on that video to come out. So keep an eye out for Nettie's new Pal World video. It was
Mm.
the one that I did some work on for him recently.
Oh, really? A Pal World?
Yeah, anybody who's ever played Pal World before, I did the voice of Victor Ashford, the tower leader, like the tower boss in the snow area.
Ooh, okay, okay. Um, and so I know you were also doing that big project, the movie, right? Is that
Yeah,
still
yeah.
coming to fruition?
As far as I know, it is. That has been something that they have been working on the back end. They have like an entire separate section of the Discord where they've been busting their tail off on that. Um, I haven't heard much on my end for it in a long time, but last I heard it is, they're still planning like a 6 part, or at least a 3 to 4 part series, potentially up to 6 parts. So that should still be coming out. And yeah, that's the Frozen Seed project.
Okay, okay. And then Will said, "What about a gopher that breaks your foundations as it burrows under?"
Okay, you knock it off, sir. You've been banned. Could you, dude, oh my God, that is pure
Yeah,
rage bait. Could
that's
you
evil.
imagine you just finished building construction and all of a sudden it comes through and takes out a straight
No.
line of foundations, drops a wall, and all of a sudden your upstairs crumbles and oh my God, bags everywhere.
Tornado said, "Give me a koala that can eat cactus sap and gives a damage buff."
Okay, that's pretty cool. Like the Australian Ferox.
Yeah, there we go, right? Yep, Exodia said that's mint. Uh, okay, sorry. We got off on a little tangent there. Um, with the ongoing, we wanted to take a bit more time to remaster Genesis on the Ascended and give them more attention. So this is kind of I have a feeling where your brain's gonna go, but I'm ready to see it, and so we'll see. But April 2026, Genesis 1, August 2026, Genesis 2, December 2026, Fedor, or whatever. Okay.
Huh. Gee
Are you
whiz.
understand? Are you
I
understanding what I'm saying?
100%. That poses a very, very, very big question.
Yes, it does.
Because you're telling me that there is a 0% chance that we are going to see Arc 2 in 2026 because if you're investing all of this time and money into, not only what the hell is this? If you're investing what the heck's going on here? If you're investing all this time and money into these new maps coming out for Survival Ascended, that tells me straight up that you're not going to be dedicating that time and effort into Arc 2. I don't see them doing both projects in tandem. So I guess what I'm hearing is sure they're gonna make sure that those maps are fantastic and we have content coming to Survival Ascended for the next couple of years. But I'm also hearing that Arc 2 is not a thing.
That's what a lot of people are like, well, what's going on with this? And no mention of Arc 2 at all in this. And people are like, is it coming out? It's I don't know, man. People are very like nervous and don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, it's gonna be another situation where I think we're gonna see Wildcard keeping their cards really, really close to their chest, just like they did with Survival Ascended in the first place. Um, and I just hope that they don't do it too long. You know what I mean? Because they did it really long last time, and we talked about how it starts to eventually damage not only the image of the brand, but it also starts to damage the trust of the player base.
Yep. So, man, I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack with that, and I just very optimistic, pessimistic, whatever you want to call it. I don't think I mean, it's definitely not coming out, dude. End of 2026 for those maps in general. Like, dude,
Mm,
that's freaking 2 years away, bro. Then Arc 2 minimum.
Man, at this point, they need to just refocus the coding and don't even try to release Arc 2 on console or anything like that. Just focus on a virtual reality game because if they made a good, high quality Arc VR game, I'd probably drop $100 on that bad boy.
Yeah, I yeah, I don't know, man. I think the player base is frustrated, but you know what? I mean, at the same time, though, what did people expect? We all kind of expected like nothing about Arc 2 at this rate because of how bad the track record is, sadly.
Yeah, and I mean Nettie told us that on
Yeah.
what episode 1 or 2, he had mentioned like, we asked him what we thought the timeline was on Arc 2 and he just laughed and said it isn't. It's not going to be a thing. So, it honestly I'm okay with that at this point. I think I've embraced that as reality. In that being said, it is okay with me. I don't need Arc 2 because I couldn't figure out exactly what Arc 2 was going to offer. And I don't mean that in like a, oh, gee whiz, Arc 2 would have sucked type of way, but what would Arc 2 have that we don't already have in Arc 1? And basically, is that going to be worth starting over the progress? We see all these people that didn't want to leave ASE to come to ASA. So imagine all those people that are now establishing themselves on ASA that are definitely not going to want to leave for Arc 2.
Yeah. I I think at this point, like you said, I feel like a lot of people have noticed that is a reality at this point that, people just don't expect Arc 2 at all. And I think you're right. I was kind of living in the same reality. And I'm like, Arc 2 is just, if it comes out, good. Like awesome. But if it doesn't, like I'm like semi content here on ASA, especially once more maps come out.
Definitely.
So
Definitely. I think that the new maps are going to make it, you know, that's what we're missing right now. So the new maps are where it's up.
yes, 100%. And then something else I do want to bring, to the attention here is Matt, did you notice there were some maps missing in that?
Oh, wait a minute. No. Can you say them again?
Yeah. So, Ragnarok, Valgero, Genesis 1 and 2, Fyodor. That's it.
Hmm. Yeah, we're missing at least the Lost Island.
Yep.
What else were we missing?
Crystal Isles.
Yeah, that's right. That was the other one. I was never a big Crystal Isles fan, so that's not one that
Ooh.
I personally will be sad about, but I'm sad that it's not included for the simple fact of I know a lot of other people cared about it. And, I'm one of those gamers that just because I don't enjoy it doesn't mean that I don't want it in the game because I know everybody else enjoys it. So it's a
Yep.
bummer because I know that's a good one.
I liked Crystal Isles just for the fact of crystal wyverns.
Yeah, Crystal Wyverns are pretty sweet.
So easy to tame.
Yeah, that and they're really fast too, especially
Yes.
those the tropical crystal wyverns. If
Yes.
you
The ones
skirt
that go
those
by
bad boys near
water.
water, yeah,
Yes.
wet their
Those things
whistle and those bad boys are ready to rock and roll.
are. But yeah, so those two maps were missed out. But the speculation, just what I was reading from comments and different things like that, was that those maps were not made by Wildcard themselves. So Wildcard didn't want to put a timeline on them because they're still having the other developers do them.
And that's smart too. You really can't control the other companies. You can sit here and be like, "Yeah, we're gonna kick it out by April. Don't worry, everybody." But when push comes to shove, if the company that you're hiring out to do it isn't willing or able to pay all the overtime for everybody, then it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see what happens with them. I still think they're going to come out, but I don't
Yeah,
know when.
100%. And
So
again, I've said it once, I've said it twice, I'll say it again. I would much rather them kick out fully fledged maps that are not going to lose my character and my dinos when I transfer, rather than push me out a steaming pile of dookie that's going to be done quick.
mhm, I agree.
At first, we had at first I had the mentality of, oh, gee whiz, I just want to play ASA. I don't care if the game's broken or not. But now that we have the game, there's no, we're not hurting for content. We're just ready for fresh stuff. So make it good.
Yeah. Really quickly, Justin said ASA so hard to run. What are we going to do for Arc 2 hardware wise?
Bro, you just don't play it on PC. That's going to be my
Yeah,
recommendation to everybody.
you just can't play it, bro. Low-key. I mean, you have to either have a crazy PC or something.
You just got to follow the Hydra route and buy a Switch.
Yeah, there you go. Everyone follow Hail Hydra. Make sure you guys go give his new podcast that we all think he's going to make. Go give it a follow. No, but and then Will said the reason we have Valguero and Fyodor is because Nakatis agreed to do both of them.
Mm. Which is promising. I think if they're done by the same person, we're going to know what to expect, and we sort of have a baseline for what that content's going to look like to begin with. So
Yep.
I think that that's exciting. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm good with that, and I think Nakatis is the best one we got around, in my opinion. So I think those are going to be some great maps as always, and I'm glad that he's continuing to do them. But I also want to talk about in November, Arc Lost Colony drops. Remember, we talked about that a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, what's that's one that I still have found no information about.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
So,
know much about that one.
I mean, yeah, I don't know much other than what I told you, of course, right? Um, but yeah, November is when it comes out. Um, but the big news, this is kind of what I told you I was gonna save till last. Is first off, we're gonna go to the comment. First off, we're gonna go to the comments though. Um, is Will said the comment that I made about flyers last week is that they're having an issue with the baby's movement for the flyers. Is like so it's hard for them to do baby flyers.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'll give them that, I guess.
I guess, right? I mean, can't you just make a baby version of a flyer? I mean, just make it smaller, right? Isn't that all you got to do?
I am just assuming here, but I don't know anything about coding, but I would assume that the way the babies act differently, whether they're able to access troughs, whether their maturation speeds
Yeah.
are going, their starvation stuff, like there's
Okay.
a lot of different layers that are just
Yeah,
different, I guess.
that's fair. Okay. No, that's fair. Okay. But the big news for today's thing, or the big news for ARC in general, is we did get the new ARC Lost Colony announcement, right? Um,
Hmm.
and the thing that they said is June, okay? June, a new premium map in June to be announced.
Interesting. I'm here for it.
So, I mean, at least how it's reading here this is what it says: a new premium map in June, and then it has to be announced. So, if I'm thinking right, don't you think that there should actually be a new map straight up in June?
Yeah, yeah, brand new one. Premium map tells me that it's going to be, third
Yep.
party developed by one of us, one of us. So that is promising to me. I'm I'm all about that. I think that it gives a good chance for some of our creators in the community to flex their muscles, and I'm excited to see what's brought. I haven't purchased any of the premium maps just because it's not necessarily like my thing per se. I like to just
Yeah.
play on the maps that are all together with everybody else, and not everybody has access to the premium map, so it's just not necessarily my thing. But I have toyed around with the idea of buying Atlantis just because, underwater
Mm-hmm.
equals spooky. Spooky's entertaining. So I'm curious
Yep.
to see what it's going to be, and if they can come up with one that's, you know, catchy enough for me, I'll definitely buy it, but it's got to be the right one.
Yeah, it 100% has to be the right one. It's very hard for me to even want to buy anything.
Yeah. What type of premium map would you be willing to buy? Because,
Man,
Appalachia's really cool. Uh Atlantis is really cool, but they haven't quite got my wallet to open yet. What would open yours?
so this is gonna sound terrible. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say nothing right now. And the reason that I say that actually is now thinking about it. My quick answer in my head was gonna be, okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do a prehistoric Viking. But Matt, we kind of already got that.
Yeah, we got that like twice.
Yeah. So, at this point, I guess nothing.
Nothing. Wow, there's not a single premium mod. Somebody could come up with one. where you are the moon shooting laser beams out of your ear holes and you're still not opening your wallet, Jericho?
Man, sadly, I don't think so.
You're just a monster, my good sir.
What about you, man?
I want something in space. Gen 2's lunar biome is one that lives rent free in my head. I would love to see a Mars themed, Venus themed, where we're running into extreme weather events, poison clouds that are coming through and will choke you out unless you have gas masks with you.
Mm,
You know, I want to see something space related.
mm, okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I I think that, I mean, I'd like to see how it plays out. I think they can add a lot of cool and different things to space. So I think, why not?
Yeah, there's, a lot of possibilities and they've been dipping into a bit of, fantastic beasts and things like that and they're getting into the science fiction realm at times. So it would be really cool to see, a little bit of play on that. I also wouldn't mind seeing like a ancient like Japan theme or something like that.
No samurai.
Yeah, a little samurai stuff going on, cherry blossom, like a cherry blossom forest instead of a redwood forest. Be beautiful,
Mm,
dude.
that would be actually pretty cool. I think that, some people, I mean, Exodia's saying space would be pretty sick. Tornado said, I would take Japan. And then Will said, there is a Japan map coming, he believes.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, I wonder by who, though.
Yeah, I'm
Could
curious
be.
as well.
Um, yeah, I
What
mean,
what about an island map as well? Like I could see it would be really interesting to have a map that is literally just made up of a massive chain of islands, hundreds of little individual islands that you have to island hop with rafts or flyers or even take away flyers, make it a map with no flyers, make it one where you have to navigate with maps and with rafts and make it so you got to trick your raft out, make a warship to be able to fight off the lead sixths and stuff like that. Like that would be fun.
yeah, wouldn't it be cool if they like did kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I agree. That'd be actually pretty cool to just have like little islands you for say own. Tornado, by the way, good night.
Good night.
But yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Like own your own little island all the time, and then like, I don't know, like a PvP for me is what I think. And like, it's kind of like a board game or something, right? And like you have like during the week you have a war, right? Or like for a couple days, and then whoever has the highest percentage of base damage or like damage in general, then claims that next island.
Like a big old game of Risk or something.
Yes, exactly. I don't know. I just think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I could get into that. That's that's where you're talking different mechanics though. That's almost
Yeah,
like an event.
it's like a game, bro. It's a whole new game.
That would be really cool for Club Arc.
That actually would be cool. I agree. But yeah, man. So that's like the big arc news that has been happening lately.
Well, speaking of big Arc news, I have big news for our server cluster.
Ooh,
Did you
really?
notice a change with our cluster? Has anybody noticed a
Oh
change with
no.
the cluster?
Oh no. I didn't, sadly.
Well, those of you that go into your unofficial server list and you type in Stranded Survivor, you will now notice that there is a third server
What?
clustered with our list. Yeah,
No.
shout out to our man Ninja. Knife Ninja is
What?
sponsoring the center map, and that was
No.
tied in with Boogles into his cluster that we're using. So
What?
Boogles is throwing up at this point, Boogles is throwing up Extinction. We're throwing up the island. Knife Ninja is throwing up the center, and you can freely transfer between the three maps and play on them. So our cluster has just gotten
Oh.
bigger. And also, like, that's just the way to go. I think gosh, Ninja, correct me in the chat. What was your plan here? You said you were going center until what happened?
Probably
There's a
until
plan.
reg, right?
Well, we were turning the island into rag.
Oh.
So I'm trying to remember of what his plan was with that, but it was the center for now. And I feel like there was something that was going to happen with it at some point, but that's there. So people that are wanting a change of pace or want to just go check out the center, that is now an option. You can freely transfer and enjoy yourself. So make sure to thank Ninja.
Wow. Yeah. Thanks, Ninja Man. I didn't even know that, man. That's a good surprise.
Yeah, yeah, it was a very nice surprise. It was an idea that he came up with, and it was one of those like, "Hey, would you want to do this?" And of course I do. So I appreciate him being willing to do that and, help grow the community a little bit more. It was all in the name of growing the community, which shout out to him for that.
Man, shout out, man. That's awesome, bro. By the way, Ninja just said the center is not part of the cluster just yet. They were waiting on the announcement. Him and Boogles were waiting on the announcement first before they clustered it. So by the time this episode
Psych.
comes out, it will be clustered, right? At least I think, right? I'm not gonna say I don't know.
Yeah. So psych, those of you listening live right now, I just lied to you. But those of you that are listening on Spotify or someplace else, yeah, I probably didn't lie because it's probably done by then. So
Yeah, exactly.
definitely check it out. There's going to be that third one there. It's going to be clustered in. So get yourself situated. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the center.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And then Will said, "I see you, Ninja, being an absolute legend." Yeah, man,
Yeah,
that's awesome though.
legendary for real. And our server is picking up too, man. When I went on the other day, it was this weekend. I got on to do a cycle of breeding and just check things out.
Yeah, I
Guess how many people were on the island?
want to say 3.
There were 10 people counting me on the island, and there was not even an event going on.
You're lying.
No, dude, there was 10 people. There was 9 people on the island, and then me joining made it 10.
What, bro?
Yeah, so that the server was half full. That's literally half the dream right there.
Dude, that's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm really hoping that, everybody who's on the server tell your friends and tell your friends to tell their friends, the more the merrier. And I think that I'm honestly expecting we might be able to cap out the server for the next event. You know what I mean? If we can get a good enough one
Ooh.
going, sounds like Gladiator Combat has won. So I might defer to the community's decision and change up the plans, and maybe we will commit to some Gladiator stuff. Um,
Ooh.
I'm gonna throw it out there because if everybody wanted to do Gladiator, we definitely can. But I was kind of thinking we could play off of the popularity right now. I'm sure everybody's sick of hearing it, so maybe not. But
Yep.
I think it would be
Mhm.
cool to make a Squid Games
Yep.
style event. But I'm into that show, so that's just a me thing.
I think yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't be cool.
Yeah, it would just be something we'd have to turn PvP on for that event, to make that work because assassinations and all that. But gladiator combat would be fun. We'd have to turn PvP on for that one as well. Yeah, either way, it's going to be a good time. So if that's what the community wants, then that's what we're probably going to bank on is gladiator stuff for the next one.
Okay.
Got some
Yeah, I mean, I
research to
think
do
I think either of those will be really fun to do, so I don't see why not.
for sure.
Okay. You know what's crazy though, as you're talking about the server. So I haven't like necessarily checked on the server, whatever, right? Um, realizing we have 1 day left on the runtime. Isn't that crazy?
On
On the
the
island?
what?
Yeah.
So
So
like we we've only got
we
1 day left
yeah,
before it
yeah,
like
but
shuts itself down.
we still have some extra. Like I'm extending it another 30 days. I just found it funny that like I remembered and we only had 1 day left.
So if you had forgotten, would it have like deleted everything or would it just have put it in a like point of stasis?
It would have put it in a point of like stasis.
Okay, okay. I was gonna
So it's
say, oh my
not
gosh,
that big of a
we were
deal.
that close to disaster.
Yeah. So it freezes for 30 days. That's what he said.
Oh, okay. So it buys you a little bit of time. That's kind of nice. Shout out to Bro Nitrato.
Yeah. But yeah, so I extended that. But yeah, okay. That's really all I had to say. I don't know why I just randomly brought that up. I just thought that was crazy timing.
That is crazy timing. That's poetic. Well, I'm glad that you figured it out because, tomorrow when everybody went to get on, they probably would have been really confused and slightly sad.
Oh, I didn't even. Oh yeah, dude, I haven't been on this in forever. I didn't know that he also. I mean, granted, I knew but didn't know that he linked the extinction server on there. Like it's actually linked on our account that we have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I can see it and I can look at like the players on there and everything. It's kind of cool. I don't know. And then center will be on there too. So
Let's go.
yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, man, make sure you guys go join the server. Make sure you guys join the Discord. It's a new year, of course. So should be some new people checking us out. If you got friends on Arc or you just meet some new people, let them know. You guys can let them know about us. I mean, why not? I think we're some cool people, don't you think, Matt?
I like to think so, but at the same time, I can't be trusted. I'm kind of biased.
But yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else really to talk about in general, man.
Nah, nah. I'm going public with it. If you got 200 level Stegos or UTs on the server, sounds like Boogles has me on my Stegos here, but I need 200 level UT and Raptor for my kibble farm. Trade me.
Nice. Well, quickly, I do want to give a shout out to Tornado, Riddick, Exodia, Justin, Knife, and Will, all for joining the live podcast this week. You guys are appreciated as always. We appreciate having you guys in here. You guys always add a good little fun, little chat on the side there. So that's always fun to do. Exodia. That was funny. Exodia said not Tornado because he had to go to bed. But we'll see.
Come on,
We'll see if
Tornado.
Tornado notices this. We'll see if he actually is true. That he listens till the end. What do you think?
Yeah, I have faith in him. I think he's got it.
I do too. So hopefully him and Exodia don't start fighting. But no. Overall, thank you guys for listening till the end. Hopefully we'll continue to be posting some more like long form content, different things like that. But overall, if you made it till the end, thank you guys. Survivors, have a great week.
Yeah, enjoy yourselves, stay safe out there, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Have a good week, folks.
Survivors, keep on surviving.